Can a black man vibe? Black man vibe. Please, somebody tell me why do black men die? Look, it's blood stains in the street.
Look, hey,
Nobody's
I know it's
talking
a
about
whole
it. Look like we
different kind
under
of
the
feel
feet,
because
and they
usually when I
tryna
kick
walk
this
around
joint
with
off, you know what I'm
us.
saying, everybody be listening for that next up joint. But nah, you know what I mean? I wanted to bring a different kind of vibe. I wanted to bring a different kind of a feel. You know what I'm saying? When we diving into a little bit more of these deeper conversations, and me being that person that loved to talk about journeys and capture people's journeys and everything, I was able to get a special guest in here with me today. It's always love when I get to connect with somebody that I've encountered in like my past. You know what I mean? And then we able to make like a reconnection and see like mentally where we are and being able to talk about the growth and everything that happens from there. So before I get to doing too much talking, I do want to make sure you go ahead and get yourself introduced so that we can get your voice going and we can kind of bounce that conversation back and forth. So go ahead, bro. Start off by giving my people your name, man.
Man, what's good, y'all? I go by the name of Kaylon Raps. For those of you who don't know, I'm an artist based out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Man, I've been doing music for at least 10 years or so. Um, Man, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, just to be short with it.
Where did the Kaylon Raps come from? Like how you kick that hole? You did.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, it was like for me, I couldn't really think of like no name for like my art, and I felt like my name was unique enough as it's by itself, and I feel like I got a voice, and I feel like the message behind my music, it really means something to me. So for me, it was like just let my name and the music speak for itself, because it's like that's what I do. So like when you see me, you hear what I got to rap about, basically. So
when we first connected, like a while back, because
mhm.
to bring the people into what's going on here, me and bro, we worked a 9 to 5 together. We used to work at Target together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
When I first met you, bro, I don't remember you ever. I think you mentioned to me about people you knew
Yeah,
that was rapping, but you never mentioned to me that, you know what I mean, you was doing any rapping or anything like that.
yeah.
That when I seen it pop up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, bro,
Hmm.
why he never told me? Like we could have been,
Yeah.
collab. And that's
Right.
how long like I've been doing music and you've been doing music that I can say stuff like we could have been collabed on some stuff. But you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm glad you found something, you know what I mean? And I'm glad you referenced it as art. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
very
definitely.
important because one thing I try to get away from is like the terminology that we use nowadays. And a lot of people be sitting here like, oh well, I'm a local artist or I'm a like
Right.
or oh yeah, bro, I rap. Like, nah, bro, it's a form of communication. It's an art. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's many people in the world that cannot do what we do, like putting words together or knowing the definition of certain terms and plugging them in certain places so it actually puts a
Right.
different understanding on a statement you're trying to make. Like this is all art. You know what I mean? Art is one big form of communication. So if you find any type of way to communicate anything out to the world, you know what I mean? Have some respect for your art. You know what I'm saying? And put some
For
value.
sure.
And that's what I see that you do, man. You put some respect and value on your art. You know what I'm saying? And
Thank you.
make sure that everything is done in like a timely fashion and it's done properly. You know what I'm saying? And decent
Yeah.
and in order, bro. I love it, bro.
I appreciate it, man. For real. Yeah, shoot. I don't think, honestly, man, I don't know if I was doing music back then when we first met. It was like just kind of like something in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Um, Honestly, for me, when I started doing music, it was like, because I've always loved music. I've always been around it. I grew up on it. And for me, it was just kind of like one day I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and try something.
All
So
right.
I've like found a beat. My guy, I ain't had a car at the time. My guy, he drove me to it was some studio over on like Appleton or something. It was like the not like a guitar center, but it was, I forgot what it was called. But
I know which one you talking
you
about.
know what I'm talking about, bro.
The engineer probably was Jesse.
Yep, yep. I think so. Yep. It was over there by this car wash. And I went to the studio, I recorded something, I put it on SoundCloud, I released it like that day, and people started vibing with it. So from there, I just kind of like kept trying to work on my craft, and people really started to like what I was putting out, and I just tried to keep going from there.
Yeah, I see a lot of doors and opportunities, you know what I mean, opening for you based out of your
Like,
music, you know what I mean? And them
yeah,
be different lanes and the avenues, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's cool to
right,
like show gratitude to people because a lot of people be hating, get mad when they see other people doing stuff like, but why they ain't come and get me? And like, because that's not
Right.
your lane, bro. That's not your avenue. And that's one thing
Right.
we talk about too, the lane, that avenue that
Yeah.
you in, because you got one of them, you got the kind of music that I try to tell people you gotta be prepared for. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta
Right.
know something to know something. And if somebody's sitting here and they giving you bars and they giving you knowledge, but you can't keep up, you know what I mean? They make it a little
Mm-hmm.
hard. So that lane and that avenue that you in, I always look at it as like that. It's hip hop. It's that real culture
Yeah.
hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
What made you choose like that lane to pursue? Because you know it's different waves of music out here to join in.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
hip hop and the rap culture.
I know, cause I mean, it's at least out of Milwaukee. Like I think it's heavily like it has like that heavy like Detroit kind of sound for most people that rap here. But for me, man, it was really all about experiences, bro. I know everybody has a different ear for music, and I kind of grew up on like the Rakims and the Tupacs, and your Kendrick, Jay-Z, and Cole, and I was always of that conscious mindset. Like Lupe Fiasco was like my favorite rapper growing up. So for me, it was like I had to figure out a way to kind of like create my own sound, but like still remain true to myself. And I know doing it really any other kind of way just wasn't me. And I still like to think outside of the box. Like I still like to try different things with my voice, like auto tune and different things like that. But like at least for me, I think the true art form of hip hop, like it had to be like rooted in like really like your delivery and your cadence and the wordplay and like being really thought provoking with what you're saying.
Hey, you see how things you do become a part of like how you speak. We ain't gonna
Yeah.
ask you bringing that up because if anybody know Kaylon Raps, you know the connection of rooted society. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely
Right.
want to talk about that. I've been wanting to talk about that for years because
Okay.
I'm kind of confused. I'm not confused on it in a bad way,
Yeah.
but like I see Don J. You know what I mean? That's my boy. Shout out Don J. Dope artist. You know what I'm saying?
Man, incredible.
Absolutely
Incredible.
dope guys. Just you know what I'm saying. Shout out Don J. I see like you and him connected, and then it's another
Mhm.
guy because I had sent the track into a music review that you were doing before. It's like three of y'all, and I want to say his name
Yep.
Hey or something like that.
Yep.
Correct
That's
me if I'm wrong.
yep. No, yeah, you're right. That's the homie Tay Spears. So
Yeah.
yep. Man, bro. Rooted dog. So honestly, Rooted is it's more than even just a collective, bro. Like so for Rooted, it's like these are my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like these are people that I've known for years. And for me, when I'm trying to be a part of something musically, like I always want to connect with you as a person first. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like I don't even care about the music as much. Like I want to know who you are as a person and like how are you doing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if you're not straight, then we can't be straight on the music tip. So for me, I've known Tay, man, I used to go to this church called Christian Faith. That's where we met. So I've been knowing Tay for a long time, bro. And then Don, me and him went to middle school, Roosevelt of the Arts, Roach House. So yeah, bro. So I've been knowing Don since we was in like, bro, like sixth grade. And then I don't know, bro. Like the opportunity just presented itself. I like ran into him at the barbershop and he was doing music and I was doing music. At the time I was doing like mainly Christian hip hop.
Okay.
And from there, bro, we just started connecting and building and it just grew from there.
Right. And that's crazy because like I know Don from high school. We went to high school. We graduated from, you know what I mean, tech together. Tech.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
we played football and everything together. So when I even seen him rapping, I'm like, dude, all these years, bro, doing
Right.
since you know what I'm saying, like freshman year of high school, like the end of my eighth grade year, that summer of like that graduation from eighth grade, that's when my whole music, everything started. Like I
Okay.
started, like, you know what I mean? I linked up with my boy right here, Momentum, who actually in the studio with me right now. I linked
Okay.
up with him and my boy Tune Corleone that summer. And like literally that's where my entire musical journey had started. You know what I mean? Beforehand, it was like listening to people music and like trying to make
Yeah.
tracks on tapes and stuff like that when we was growing up. But like literally like putting the pen to the pad, finding beats and all that, that's when it started.
Hmm.
And like bro seen me all through high school, you know what I'm saying, with the music,
Yeah.
selling CDs and all that, and never once was like, hey, bro, let me get in the studio. And I had plenty of people up from the school in the studio. That's
Yeah.
you. Like, I'm like, bro, that
Right.
like at that time, that's just what I was doing. Like,
Yeah.
connecting people through music. Like, bro, I don't know how
Yeah.
to rap, bro. It ain't even about knowing how to rap, bro. I'll help you. Like, we finna just
Yeah.
put a song together because
Right.
your voice being on the track, people are gonna listen to it. And once you
Mm-hmm.
get people to understand, like whatever it is that they have a purpose and a passion for, if they actually pursue it, people will actually pay attention to them. They can actually get like a broader message apart. I mean, across,
Yeah, man.
you know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
make me want to talk about what can you do, because it's kind of like what were you aiming for with that song? What was the goal behind that one?
Man, I ain't, bro. I'm gonna be 100, bro. I was trying to take heads off of that
That's that's, that's what I'm listening at. Like,
shit. Like, it's it's and it's more like a, because like, I don't, I feel like, especially when you have well, first of all, I feel like people themselves as an artist, like, you shouldn't compete with other people, because like God only made you. Like, you are a unique individual alone by yourself. And everybody got a different sound. So I feel like as far as competition goes, it's like you really can't compete with nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm just confident in like my abilities, and I'm confident in like the team that I'm surrounded by. And although I don't believe that I'm the best rapper or the best artist, because like I'm still growing, I'm still learning. I just feel confident in what I'm doing. So I feel like, it's like when I get behind the mic, like when Kaylon Raps rapping, it's like, what can you do? Like, there's nothing you can do to stop what's coming, what's next. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
okay.
gotta just accept it for what it is and just kind of appreciate the art that comes with it. So
See, and a person now trying to understand you from the outside looking in, they
yeah,
get that from looking at that CD, and now that mean that's that project, and that makes so much sense now with the cover. Because I was gonna bring it
yeah,
up too, like with the artwork, like bro, because I'm hearing the song and I'm seeing the artwork, but I'm like, bro, I ain't never really seen,
yeah.
you know what I mean, in this kind of form, like, bro, I'm just finna go in, like you just kind of went in.
And that's the thing. It's like, me, like as a person, I'm like real chill, real laid back. I'm a Capricorn, bro. So that's just how I'm wired. But like, I don't know, bro. It's like when music just takes me to that place to where it like really elevates me and like what I'm really about. So I feel like through music, I'm able to really just kind of like get a lot of stuff off my chest. And like even moving forward, you'll hear more releases that I release where I'm like really touching on like deeper topics or like different things that I experienced in my life. So it's like it ain't gonna always sound like that, because I know you done heard in the past too, where I had like even some of the like contemporary R&B joints that I dropped, like feelings and stuff like that. But I really just love to rap, bro, and that's what I'm on right now. I'm just really trying to rap and let people hear that.
Are you utilizing it like as a form of expression, like a form of release in life?
Definitely. For me, man, it's like I feel like it's truly one of the only ways I can really like get my point across or my opinion, or like for people to just kind of see me in a different light. Like even like you said, it's like, man, I didn't know that you could do that, or like I didn't see that just by looking at you from the outside. That's why like even with the artwork, I got like the different pics. It's like with the ski mask and stuff like that, and it's like not in like a violent sense, but it's like like that's just how that's how you got to come on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta come hard with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to kill them off top. Like that's just how I feel. Like anybody, like you got to give 110% no matter what when you go in the studio.
Right. I had a moment like that way back, like when you first started doing, like you said,
Hmm.
constantly learning. I feel a man who knows nothing. You know what I mean? That's the smartest man.
Right.
You approach every situation looking to learn something at it. So
Yeah.
every time I write or any song any project I'm working on, I look at it as a new learning experience, no matter what. And
That's good.
I had that moment like earlier in my career where I actually had a chance to meet with like this big director, this big video director out of Chicago, because we were doing
Okay.
um, MKE Cypher, and we had just so happened the way the situation fell out, we ended up having to like pick the dude up from the train station, and like we spent a abundant amount of time with him that we never planned on spending with him. So we, you know, we talking and taking that opportunity like anybody else would to, you know, we finna be rapping down here, but we got songs like, oh, let me hear y'all music. So we ended up in his like private office that he got here and stuff, and he checking all the music out, and then like he give us this sense of like, I'm dealing with y'all. Like, okay, so what's happening? What y'all so what y'all trying to do? And we like, man, I mean, it would be nice if we can get a visual, you know what I'm saying? Now, give it to us. And he's like, all right. So where we gonna get this from? Do y'all got do y'all got that? Do y'all got this? Do y'all got that? And we like, no, we ain't got that. And he like, but this is what you got talking about in the song. And I'm right then and there, it put me in a mode where it's like, dang, let me sit back on the couch. Cause you know, it was like that, it was the jab, like boom, you ain't even ready. You know what I'm saying? Before the maker come where it's like, bro, you sitting here right now and you don't have your stuff together. And that's what kind of shifted my music, and I turned my music more into a personal thing for me. And it turned into I'm not even like rapping for y'all no more. This is I mean, like a lot of people say like this is for the fans, but I be like, this like mine's not for the fans. Like mine is for me. You know what I'm saying? I literally do it for me because I like to sit back and listen to what it is that I done said, or listen to what mindset that I was in when I was writing that. Like, you know what I mean? Because now it gets a little deeper, and I feel like that's where people make more of a connection with you at when you reach that level with your music, because now there's a passion in it. You know what I mean? And if anybody has any kind of empathy, if they're hearing what you're saying in the song, then it's like, bro, I really feel for you. I know where you're coming from. And I think that's why I like the track, because I'm one of them dudes, bro. I sit back, I chill, I get on the track, I do my thing, woo, woo, woo. I let a lot of people kind of take that front row on me, and I'll like hear the song, and it's like, right, exactly, bro. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, facts. No, like that, I agree with you 100%. I feel like as an artist, you gotta make the music that you want to hear. Like, don't base it off what other people want to hear. Like, you make it for you. Like, you make it because you think it's good. This is what you want to hear. Because if you busy, it's like, how do I put it? It's like you'll never be able to be as creative as you can if you're thinking with if you're worried about what other people's opinion of it might be. So it's like you're always gonna hinder yourself, and you're not putting your best foot forward creatively if you're thinking about, oh, they ain't gonna like that, oh, they ain't gonna mess with that. Like, you gotta do it for you. Like, if that's what you feeling, that's what you like, eventually that's how you build your fan base. Eventually that's how it's gonna come. Like, people gonna rock with you no matter what, because you being sincere with it. They can feel it, they can hear it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's authentically you no matter what, 100%. So I completely agree with that. And my fault, I had a call. I completely agree with that. And I feel like on the business tip that you mentioned, you got to have your businesses in order. That's what kind of took me a minute as well, as far as releases goes, because I had to get all my business in order first.
Right. So what's next, bro? What you got coming next? Was that like
right
for a project, a full CD that's coming, or you on
like? So not yet. Right now, I'm just releasing singles. So I will be dropping another single. Probably say like the end of next month.
Okay.
So really, bro, I'm still kind of like trying to build my fan base right now. So right now, I'm just dropping hella records, bro, trying to let people hear it as much as I can.
Right.
I just did my first performance in like over a year on, I think it was a couple of days ago at this place where Cream City Boxing used to be. It's like a lounge now. Yeah. So I did that. So right now, bro, it's really just like getting it out to as many people as possible. I feel like once I've successfully done that, then I'll drop a project. But for now, I think it's just all about singles and letting people hear me as much as I can.
Right. And that's kind of where I'm at. I got this I got a project that I'm actually finishing up. Like when we finish up here, I actually gotta jump right in the stew and finish up the song and stuff. But everything that you're saying, bro, like it just don't even apply to music. Like that's how deep yet it applies to life. You know what I mean? Just like that, like especially that remaining true to yourself part. Like that's my brand. My brand alone is true to you. You know what I mean? Telling people
Yeah.
the limit is you. You got to believe in yourself. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And if you do what you want and you do everything that you need to do based off of how you feel and what you want and what's actually making you happy, I believe that that's where success comes with anything that you have in life.
Man, man, I agree, bro. Like you, because you're gonna stress yourself out if you're not doing
Right.
what you want to do, and the sound that you love. Like, bro, you gonna spend hours messing with the wrong engineers, the wrong producers.
Come on
You
now.
know what I'm saying? And it's like, especially for me, like, bro, I record in Chicago, so it's like, especially for me, I don't got time to waste. Like, I drive 2 hours to go to the studio, so it's like I gotta be ready to do what I want to hear, like when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm sure you got your own studio,
And that's
so
crazy, bro. Like being
yeah.
you right in a city where all these people are doing so much music. You feel what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna go to Chicago to record.
Man, honestly, bro, it was. So yeah, my engineer, I work with this cat named Lon. He worked with a lot of like known artists in Chicago.
Okay.
Really dope dude. He's from here. He's from Milwaukee. He went to high school and stuff here. And I met him through Down. So
Okay.
that's kind of how we got connected. And from there, I've just been working with him. So it ain't even like necessarily I don't like engineers here. It was just kind of like that's the opportunity that I was presented with,
That's the
and we just ran with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
the connection you just talked about. Like, if I connect with you, then I'm gonna deal with you, right? You ain't.
exactly.
I think like one of the greatest things that could happen for me was actually like you said, like having my own in-home studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I actually started out like engineering. I was doing the music and stuff, but I would love to sit
yeah,
back and mix everybody voices, like see how different people voices sound with different effects and all that. So
right, right.
everything had got like upgraded with like the Logic and the Pro Tools and all that. Like I wasn't using none of
Mhm.
that stuff back then when I was, you know what I'm saying? So like now I'm going
Right.
through like a learning phase of like on some J. Cole stuff, bro. Like being able
Hmm.
to get in and try different sounds, bro, and like do what I want. I'm able to do what I want now. My last
Yeah.
project, that's why it was a self-titled project. You know what I mean? Usually
Okay.
a name on everything. The last project was called Royalty. And it was a
Yeah.
title project because I wanted people to know that every track on that CD was like literally what I wanted to do. There was a kind of it was music that I wasn't used to doing, honestly. Like I
Yeah.
just wanted to do it, but I was doing what people wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
He was like, you know what, skip that. And I just was like, I'm finna do it. I did an R&B joint on there. You know what I'm saying? I did like
Yeah.
this little Caribbean world track on that joint.
Okay. Yeah.
A uplifting track for like the community. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a lot of
Right.
it was a mixture of stuff that like I wanted to do, and it was actually very successful. So like
That's dope.
this last EP that the EP I'm working on right now, that's kind of inspiring based off the move. You know what I mean? You know, I'm
Yeah.
in Milwaukee no more. I moved out to Arizona, so
Okay. I was gonna ask you where you was located now.
yeah, I'm in Phoenix, over in Phoenix, Arizona. I had to I needed it, bro. It's the bound.
Yeah.
I had to break the boundaries. I felt like you ever felt like you've reached like your cap, your max capacity of where you at, and it's just,
Right.
bro, no, it's got to be more than this. You know what I'm saying? I done did so many shows at some of the biggest places there,
Yeah.
connected with some of the biggest artists there. I done, you know what I mean? It done
Right.
brought me a lot of opportunities, but it's like I need more. I want more. I know it's more. So
Hmm.
I just had to elevate myself. That's what that whole move is about. It's just about elevation. I feel like that's life. Life is just about
Yeah.
elevation and growing. And if you want to say stagnant in life, you know what I mean, you're not living it. You know what I mean? In order
Right.
to live life, you have to break those boundaries. And that's a part of knowledge too. I always preach that to people. Knowledge is a self thing as well, knowing your
Hmm.
and when you know your ledge, you know just how far your boundary is. Now you
Right.
have to train yourself just to step over that boundary a little bit. And before you know it, bro, you'll learn to fly.
Man, that's dope, bro. Like,
Right off the ledge, bro, and you'll be flying, soaring to the other side. Now you able to experience more. You other opportunities open up for you. You know what I mean?
definitely, especially because Milwaukee, and I haven't like set in stone an exact location yet, but I've definitely considered it myself in terms of just getting out of here because Milwaukee is such a small market.
All right.
Like even if I were to like move to like let's say Chicago, which is right next door, like there's just so many bigger cities that just have more opportunities for artists. And I feel like a lot of people, you got to try to experience other places outside of Milwaukee. So I mean, I definitely applaud you even for the move, because it's like it ain't a lot to do here.
Right,
You
and
know?
it's a big step, bro. Like leaving that comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And to touch base on what you just said, and it's other things too. Like like it's a lot of stuff, a lot of people, a lot of things that come through like bigger areas. You know what I'm saying? That you
Hmm.
part of, you want to experience. That's how people like when you listen to people's stories, man. Like they always had these stories where they like before they got big, before they got on, they ran into Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here, or when they ran into somebody when they was there. Like you
All
can't
right.
can't think that you're gonna stay somewhere and it's all gonna happen for you there. You know what I mean? Like
Bro,
and you learn how small things are. Like it's people
man.
right here, bro. It's people that like don't know people, have never seen people that live on the other side of the city. Like it's stories
Yeah, that's crazy.
that lived here their entire life they've never been to, like areas they've never been to. You know what I'm saying? But like
Right.
you go to Milwaukee, it seems like I done been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
everybody, I know everything. So it's a
Right.
great experience, and it's also a growing thing too. Because when I first got here, it's you know what I mean. You got to understand that you're the same person. Well, you're not the same person. You're that elevated person that you are when you step foot here, but
Right.
your status is not the same anymore. So
Yeah.
it's like leaving your high school and going to a new high school. You know what I'm saying? Now you
Yeah.
got to get in where you fit in. So that's what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm trying to seek it out and find, you know what I'm saying, where I need to be so I can do what I got to do. But
Yeah.
I
I
get there.
mean, yeah, like you said, it's a process. It takes time. I know Di, he moved out to Orlando a couple years ago. So he right now trying to figure it out for himself too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like you said, it is scary initially to get out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like I have yet to experience it myself, but like I said, it's like everybody knows everybody here. It's such a small market, and like if you're somebody who does music, I feel like there's just way more opportunities other places. And then I think it's dope too, with you even like helping yourself to become multifaceted, like with the podcast, and you doing music, and I'm sure you got your hands and all kind of other things.
Yeah.
And man, and then just even seeing you grinding, bro, in the gym nonstop, bro. Like I think that's where it starts. It starts with that self-love aspect, because once you get yourself right, everything else gonna fall into place. And that's kind of what my journey been as of late myself. So I
Right.
see you, bro.
And I tell
Yeah.
you, it's that love too, man. It's we want to give so much love out into the world. You know what I mean? Whether it's
Hmm.
our art, whether it's to our family, our friends, anybody. We just got so much love that we want to give, but we never take the time to really give that love to ourselves. And the only way to
Definitely.
give that love to yourself, bro, is you have to be determined on everything that you want. If you want to go to, this is what works for me. I'm speaking from experience. Like if this
Yeah.
you want to lose weight, bro, it's on you to get up and go to the gym. You want to feel good mentally,
Right.
bro, it's on you to take care of your well-being. You can't expect anybody to do it for you. And I try to preach that to so many people. And you won't,
Yeah.
it goes back to what you just said. You won't get there like trying to be somebody else or do what's trending. That's not, if that's not what works for you, then that's not trending for you.
Right. Right. And I think it's all about timing too, man, because it's like even just like we touched on earlier, like looking back to us working at Target together,
All right.
and then to like be here now. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always hate too, where it's like, man, like somebody find out you doing music or something, and then they're like, man, we got to work together, all this and that, and
Right.
it be genuine relationships I like to build with people, and I just feel like it was all just timing, even for this to be happening right now, because it's like, man, like look at where we are now, not even where we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, as our best selves, but it's like I feel like we still on that right path now and on that right track, because I'm like back then we was we was just clowning, like I was just working, you know what I'm
And
saying?
you think about it with the job, like dog, like really, if I just kind of had my head together there, I could have been
Right,
there. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
experience.
right.
Well, I'm glad I look at failure different now. It's not failure is not something. You know what I mean? Failure not something that happens. It's just an experience.
Mm-hmm.
To go through. You have to just learn how to grow from
Yep.
the failed experiences. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
what I kind of picked up through science, where you just when you look at science, they never really say we failed. No, they go
Right.
back to the drawing board every time until they get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's how we gotta treat life, man. Stuff happens, we're gonna handle it how we gonna handle it in that certain situation, but we don't fail at it. It's meant for us to grow because you won't be the
Yeah.
great person that you are when you look back on that situation if you didn't go through that situation.
Exactly, man. Yeah, that's and that's really like my message, man, as far as like music, like my whole message is like broken people create beautiful things. And it's like not to say that you're like a broken person in general, but it's like we all messed up, we all got issues,
Right.
and we all have to learn from like our experiences, good or bad. So like you said, like not looking at not looking at I'm not looking at it as like failure, like the end all be all, but just looking at it as like something you learn from, you grow from, because I think even that makes the best music. Like I had to literally experience life, bro. And that kind of in turn helped me make better music and something that was just kind of more authentic to who I am as a person. So
And I'm glad you hit that point because that's where that's just how I make my music.
yeah,
I make a CD and then won't make one or a song or nothing for 2 years, and people will be wondering why. And it's like, though, I gotta go through stuff, bro, to have some.
exactly.
I can't just come out here and I used to could do 100 songs a day because I was
Yeah,
saying the same thing in all the songs. You know,
right,
but now if you want that actual music, I have to go through things. I have to let my emotions go through certain experiences. I have to let my mind, experience
right,
things so I have something different to kind of hit you with from a learning aspect. And like, I know what you mean.
right.
It's all about
Yeah,
that music. That's how you understand it's a form of communication and art, bro, because these experiences that we go through, we put this stuff in songs and you tell people like, bro, this is real rap. Like this is really
right,
I can't make this up, bro. This really happened. You know what I mean?
right. Like yeah, like you said, you gotta like you can't put a time limit on art. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect people as artists to like put it out when they're ready to put it out. Like you said, you can sometimes you gotta go through things like you mentioned, sometimes it might take a year or two, like it might take 6 to 8 months. So it's like sometimes you really gotta kind of go through things in order for you to come out and put forth the best product you can at the right time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no. Like I'm trying right now not to be upset at Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
A little bit too long, but I know he got some stuff to talk about. That's all it is, and it's gonna
Oh,
be.
yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna be crazy.
be yep.
You already know.
Before we wrap this up, bro, make sure you throw your handles out there, bro. Let these people know where they can find you at.
Oh
Let them
yeah.
know where they can catch that single at. If you do got anything new coming up, any shows, anything like that, throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
people that's finding interest, bro, they actually can dive deeper into understanding
Yeah.
who you are, bro.
So yeah, man. For y'all who don't know, again, my name is Kaylon Raps, Kaylon. You can find me on everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's at Kaylon Raps, Raps. My new single, "What Can You Do?" It's available everywhere right now: Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you go get music at. That's where it's at. It's on YouTube. I got some more visuals on the way as well. Like I said, man, I'm just trying to like put the music out here as much as I can, let people know about me. So yeah, y'all check me out.
Right. I know I got a lot of hip hop heads that dive into my talk, that consciousness, bro, that
Yeah,
mental
yeah,
health, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
looking for my boy, make sure you link in with him. I'm sure you get back in the timely fashion, handle things very professional, great dude,
Sure.
great guy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Continue to be great.
Thank you, bro. Same, bro.
And like I always leave everybody with, bro, peace, bro. Positive energy always creates elevation. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
love, prosperity. Until next time, bro. Out.
All right, love, bro.
Yep, yep.